All right. 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 What is good? What is good? What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Of course, you know who I be. Good Doc, Dr. Mike TV. Back again. Once again, you should already know, ladies and gentlemen, that this one is definitely poised to be an instant classic in the making. If this is your first time to the Dr. Mike TV channel, please make sure you subscribe, notify, do all the good things to make yourself well versed in the Good Docs content. All my good ish shall be listed in the links in the description area below. Official time check, ladies and gentlemen, 8:37 in the PM Eastern Standard Time, which makes it about what? 7:37 Central, 5:37 for all my brothers repping that West Coast, and of course, 8:37 in the AM Philippine Standard Time. Wherever you guys are reporting in the world today, maraming salamat sa lahat. Thank you guys for joining the Good Doc on the Dr. Mike TV experience. Ladies and gentlemen, do nice guys finish last, even in a place like the Philippines? Do nice guys finish last, even in a place like the Philippines? Now, if you guys had not, or have not, or had not seen not the video that I posted earlier today, we're piggybacking off of this and we're making it a dialogue, ladies and gentlemen. We're making it a full fledged dialogue that I think we can all participate in. Now, if you were able to watch that video, I referenced another video that I want to play for you guys today, right? To give you guys the context to which that particular video was made. Now, I want you to hear what this girl has to say. I'm gonna share my screen with you guys real quick in a uno momento. Let's see. I don't want that. What side do I want? Do I want it that way? Yeah, I'll put myself in a box at the corner. All right. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys real quick. Y'all gonna see me and all of me. Give me a second. All right. So let me play this video for you guys. All right. I want you guys to pay close attention to the words. All right, because I think that it's going to be very intriguing. Hold on. Let me do something real quick because I have to pause my stuff over here because I'm watching myself on playback. Let me pause myself over here. That way it doesn't play loud while I'm trying to share with you guys this particular video. All right. Did I stop sharing? I'm sorry, guys. Give me a minute. Doc's over here losing this shit. Like I said, man, I'm getting old, y'all. Give me a second. I'm going to share it with you real quick. Screen share, share me. I see me, woman video. All right. So basically, the title of the video is Women Actually Want Masculine Men. All right. Women actually want masculine men. So let me unpause this real quick and let's see what the video has to say. All right.
Okay, so I was just thinking about this. Okay, so I was just thinking about this. Okay, so I was just thinking about this. Okay, so I was just thinking about this.
Hold on. Oh shit. I know what's going on. Jesus. I've muted myself. Oh shit. I know what's going on. Jesus. I've muted myself. Oh shit. I know what's going on. Jesus. I've muted myself. Okay, that did not turn out very well. Give me a second, yo, because I'm trying to figure out where the playback issue is with this damn video because I muted myself on all screens. I have to figure out what's going on. The tab option. Bro, I was trying to figure that shit out, man. I'm losing my shit over here. Give me a second. Because I shouldn't be hearing myself on the playback if I already. So let me just. I stopped it over here, muted it over here, because it shouldn't play back. That's the problem. I'm trying to figure out what in the hell got me screaming in the background. Give me a minute. Y'all playing this damn video. Let's see. If I share my screen with you said when you do screen share, it's the one all the way to the right. Give me a second. Trying to share this shit. All right, give me a second. My man says the tab option all the way on the right. So let me hide this shit. Bro, you know what? Fuck it. I'm getting too old for this. Bro, it's asking me to do too damn much. Hold on. Give me a minute. Because I never had to play video. That's why the audio's fucked up. That's why I'm mad as hell. Give me a minute. I'm going to get it. Anyways, fuck it. Let's see what we got. Hold on. Let's see what we got. Hold on.
I'll be like, he's just too nice. And people will look at me like I'm some weird person because I'm too nice. But I think it's because
I for damn sure don't know if y'all heard that. But if you didn't, the technical difficulty side of it all. But you know what I'll do? I'll do you one even better, man. I'm gonna leave the link to that video in the damn chat so you guys can watch it on your own. Cause I did all this work and all I'm gonna do is just end up linking it so that y'all can watch it yourselves. All right? My bad. I ain't see. I spent a whole half an hour trying to figure out a fucking do this thing. My bad, y'all. Anyways, whoever makes it to this video, just fast forward to the part of the video where you know, I'm actually here. I so anyways, y'all, what ended up happening in that video was basically the young lady was describing why she can't be with nice guys, right? In that particular video, she said that she can't be with nice guys because nice guys, masculine energy usually is not one that is able to dominate her own masculine energy. And she feels like she needs a guy that's masculine energy can overtake her masculine energy to bring out her feminine energy. Less, ladies and gentlemen, is a tongue twister at best. But I encourage you guys to watch the video and hear what she had to say because I think you'll have a better understanding of what it is because it seems like the good doc could just not get it together tonight on the technical end of it all. Okay. So, in hindsight, ladies and gentlemen, what she was basically saying is nice guys are just too nice. They're not masculine enough. Now, I want you, like I said, you have to take everything with a grain of salt and you have to understand that everybody's opinions is their own. Let's start with that. Everybody's opinion is their own. So she's not, her opinion does not represent everybody's opinion, right? Her opinion is her opinion and her opinion alone. But like I said in the video, sometimes it does have some truth behind it, and you can see that. But what a lot of people don't understand and what a lot of people don't ask in this particular question is this pretty much a general practice that is practiced anywhere in the world? Like, if you're a nice guy, chances are you're going to be the one that's going to be ran over. People are going to try to use and abuse you to that extent because they know you're nice and they know they can get over on you. Is that a general practice where nice guys ultimately finish last? It doesn't matter where you are in the world, right? So my man Mike says the question is, what's the woman's definition of a nice guy? True. Everybody's definition of what a nice guy is always going to differentiate, right? To some, a nice guy is somebody who pays for everything, who has money, and ultimately just pays that shit out just because. On the flip side, a nice guy could be somebody who is just, you know, a simp of sorts, and they know that they can get over on this person. You know, a nice guy could be defined in so many different ways. But if you think about it and however they define it, these are the guys that we have heard in the past that have always finished last. These are the guys that in the past have always finished last. They don't get the girls. Nobody really fucks with them like that. You know, it's just weird. You know, it's just weird. He said some people like being polite. No, he said some people think that being polite is nice. True. Everybody's definition is different, man. That's the one thing that I've really just become mind boggled about when it comes to how you define a nice person. Chosen one, you're absolutely correct. It doesn't make sense. Nobody goes around in life saying that I love mean people. That's true. But if you watch the video, because like I said, my volume was fucked up on my end, I'll take full technical difficulty responsibility for this particular part. But what was being said in that particular video, what she was saying in that particular video was, it's not that she likes mean people. She just needs somebody's masculine energy to overtake her masculine energy to bring out her feminine energy. Yes, this is coming from a woman in the West, right? But I'm trying to figure, based on conversation alone, based on not so much debating, just based on pure conversation alone, do these same rules apply when we travel abroad? Do the nice guys generally finish in last place? Do they not get the girls? What defines a nice guy abroad? What defines a nice guy in the United States? I mean, there's so many, it's a very layered and very complex, topic of conversation, because again, what is definitively known as a nice guy? Who knows, right? We just don't know. But that's why we're having a conversation, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go ahead and start from the top of the chat because I did skip through a little bit. We got 9 in the building, 6 in the building, however many of y'all in the building. Just make sure you guys drop your like, man, and participate in the conversation, because I think this is one that we can all participate in and definitely benefit from. Now, what I will say, and I should have said this at the beginning of the video, I am not here to specifically tell you that, hold on. My bad, guys. I'm sorry. Back to the topic. Chosen one. Appreciate you locking in. Nice guys never finish last. Everybody loves nice guys. It all depends on social status and race. I missed that earlier. I'm sorry. Like I said, I got to get back to the top of the chat, y'all. Um, nobody likes. Nobody goes around saying I want a mean guy, but you do have a lot of girls out there that's talking about how they want bad boys, right? I won't say mean guys, but they're actually out there looking for the bad boys. Oh, I want a guy because he's edgy and this, that, and the other. That somewhat is what is defined as a bad boy, right? I don't know. Like I said, and again, like I said, I'm not going to come into this conversation acting as if I know what every woman is thinking or what defines a bad boy or a nice guy to these women. I'm not going to sit there and say that I know that every woman is out there just basically overlooking all the nice guys and going for the bad boys. But what you can say is that history has shown us that women have naturally found themselves to be attracted, for the most part, to the guys with a little bit of an edge. And sometimes these nice guys just don't have that edge. So that's kind of where we're coming from. And that's kind of the approach that I'm trying to have with this particular conversation. Again, this is what we need to talk about. I think it's healthy. And it definitely feels like something that I think all of us as men can benefit from, you know? So nice guys never finish last. Everybody loves a nice guy. All depends on social status. But nice guys normally do get used the most. That's the one thing that I do want to say. I do believe that nice guys, if they're not careful, they get used the most because they know that this guy's always going to be around, or they know that this guy's always going to be in their corner, championing for them. Maybe not necessarily being their boyfriend or whatever, or significant other, but they always have an idea that the nice guy's always going to be around. So sometimes they take advantage of it. So yeah, we can say that nice guys may not finish last in the regard that they don't get girls, but maybe the ones that they want or the girls they're trying to go for, maybe they just prefer a guy with, a little bit of edge. And that could just be, hitting and missing and not being compatible too. That also plays a part in it as well. Uh, let's see what we got. Some people think being polite is nice. Yeah, I could just be polite, but it's kind of so much taking your kindness for weakness. I hate that shit. They believe that because you're kind, they think you weak, or they think you straight pussy. Not tonight. you know. My man says when women's femininity rating is low, hence they have more masculine traits, then a man's masculine rating has to be higher than the girl's rating. That's pretty much what she was saying in the video. She needed a man whose masculinity or masculine rating was higher than hers to help bring out her feminine energy. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is a very, very loaded thing to say. But is she wrong for it? I don't think so. Like when I like I said, even though it came from the mind of a woman in the West of sorts, when you think about it, she's not too far fetched and she's not too far off. Women just want to be around masculine dudes. You could be masculine and you could be nice, I guess. You can be both. You damn sure can be both. It doesn't seem like something that's, common, but you can be both. You could be masculine and you could be nice. I kind of feel like a woman just wants a guy that ain't gonna sit there and take their bullshit, and they'll tell them that they're not gonna take their bullshit. Right? You could be a gentleman about it. You could be, nice about it. You don't have to cuss around or anything like that. But they do want to know that a guy is just not going to put up with everything and just let themselves, the guy, be walked over in any regard. Right? I think that makes a little bit more sense. And like I said, we're just trying to clear it up as like, yo, this is our group, man. This is what we do. Let's clear it up. Let's debate it out. Let's have the conversation, man. That's what we do. 12 in the building, man. Only 6 likes. Don't know where you guys are. Make sure y'all drop that like. Doc would highly appreciate that one. Again, if you guys want to support in any capacity, if you love the conversation, man, if you want to support, please feel free to do so. But like I said, I'm happy and blessed y'all come through, spend a little bit of time with the boy today, and have this conversation because it's long overdue. Do nice guys finish last, even in a place like the Philippines? Let's get it. Shout out to my man Mike. What's up with you, man? Mr. Smith, appreciate you coming through. Shout out to my man Mr. Diaz, whose encouragement to make this a live stream is while we're doing it as we speak. It was really originally just going to be a video, but I felt like it did seem like something that was worth it to talk because I know that guys are going to have differing opinions, and that's what I love about this audience, man. We can all approach it with respect, and we can damn sure have differing opinions, and it not really mean anything. I mean, everybody's gonna feel the way that they feel about it. Mike says actually, what a woman says and what a woman does is two different things. That part right there. That part right there is something we can definitely go hard on because what women say and what women do are two different things. They will tell you, oh, I want a nice guy. I want a nice guy. I want a nice guy. Then they get the nice guy and they don't want the nice guy anymore, right? Or they get the nice guy and that is not their definition or version of what they wanted as a nice guy, right? And even in the video, if you watched it, I said that what I've learned is that women, like you said, they say one thing, mean another. And it's almost like I said, the cat in the carrot or the cat in the string and shit, right? You can keep playing around with them, and you could be mysterious, and you could be like very mysterious, like I said, mysterious, and have a mystique about you, and have a little edge about you, and girls don't know too much; they can't really pinpoint too much about you, and that intrigue keeps them coming around and keep them coming back. But like once it's all said and done, like when the string drops, they stop chasing and there's nothing left for them to chase. Sometimes, depending on the situation, sometimes they lose interest, right? So you do have a lot of guys that kind of just maintain this, like this image of themselves, or maybe it's genuinely who they are as a person, and it drives a woman crazy, but keeps them interested when they blow them off, or when they don't have conversations with them, or the conversation is minimal. They know that they like you and you know that you like them or whatever the fuck it may be, but you're real quiet about it. You're real secretive about it. You don't claim her. You very rarely talk to her, don't respond to her texts. It keeps women coming around. And to an extent, guys, that could be considered a mean guy or a guy that's not interested or I don't know what you would call it. But girls find themselves to be attracted to those guys, not the nice guys to an extent that's open about everything, that's sharing everything, talking about everything, using flattering and flowering words. Baby girl, you beautiful. I think you fine as shit and everything like that. Saying the nice things that you think women want to hear and shit. Sometimes that could be the nice guy that kind of comes up short because most girls don't really like guys that are like underneath them like that. And that's just the type of conversation I want to have. Yo, we got 21 in the building. God dang, I don't know where 21 of you guys showed up at, but if you haven't dropped your like yet, don't leave the like button hanging. Pretty please with a cherry on top. Let's go ahead and have conversations, man. Let's go ahead and get right. Um, my man says, why do women say they want a nice guy but and end up with a bad boy? But in later in life, they settle for a good boy, of course, after they've been plowed through. Oh yeah, man, it's a cycle of life. That's sad to say, but that is generally the cycle of most women's lives to an extent. You want a nice guy, you deal with the edgy bad boys for a minute, maybe pop out a couple of little crumb snatches and shit. realized that the nice guy is the one that was going to be there, and the bad boy was just there for the fun and the play, and all of this shit. And it pisses you off because she's given up the majority of her prime and her good sexual life to some dude that didn't even want anything to do with her, and you're stuck with the leftovers, being the nice guy in the end. Does that sound fair? Absolutely not. That does not sound fair to me. Huh? I don't want to be the guy that gets the leftovers, right? And you know what's fucked up? And this is where things really get interesting for me when it comes to this conversation. Usually women will do all of their freakiest sexual shit in their prime, right? And they give that all to the bad boy, man, right? Quote unquote bad boy or bad guy or whatever. They give it all up to him. So by the time you get her, it's later on in life in this particular scenario, of course, it's like she don't want to do that shit no more. So now you just have to deal with the bland version, the plowed through version of a young lady that gave up her best sexual prime to a dude that probably didn't give a fuck about it. Now all of a sudden we're dealing with the bad guys getting the good girls and shit like that. It blows your mind. But it's the cycle of life for a lot of women. It's crazy. It's the cycle of life, man. 20 in the building, man. Drop that like. He said, hence men need to go after women with high femininity ratings early on. True. High feminine rate definitely leads to, I think, better decisions in the women that we get with, right? Definitely. He said, my definition of a nice guy is a yes man, someone that says yes more than no. I like that because that's easy to understand. A lot of guys will say yes to their women more than they say no to their women. And I think a woman that is consistently being told yes and not told no in the relationship is pretty much utilizing and abusing most of these guys. You know what I mean? So, definitely a good definition of what a nice guy is. I think that fits. My man, Mr. Mango, what's up, brother? He says nice can be seen as a weakness. Yes, never take my kindness for weakness. 100%. Shout out to my brother Joseph. What's up? He said women will shit test you. Women will get away with what you allow them to get away with. They'll keep trying. They'll keep trying. They'll keep trying, and they'll keep trying, gentlemen, till they push you to your limits. And who knows where your limit is? Sometimes girls just want to see what that limit is, and then they may pull back. That's the shit test. I trust me, I've been there. They don't try me, man. He says, I hear all the time you're a nice person, but all my exes think I'm an asshole. I don't know, man. Maybe that's what attracted them to you because you were an asshole. I don't know. But like I said, once you get to know me, man, I am generally a nice person. But I'll tell you right now, I have assholic ways. But I will tell the truth. In high school, man, I was the nice guy. That's how I know exactly what a lot of guys are saying. I was that nice guy. I was the guy that was writing these long ass written hand letters with poetry in it because I thought I was like the greatest poet since motherfucking Shakespeare, right? Had all the good poems, man. Your boy had words for days, but you think that was impressing these girls? Nah. Because I still saw the guys that they ended up with, and those guys were the guys that were hella edgy. The ones that didn't give a fuck about school, right? Definitely their grades were shit, but they were the cool kids, man. They were the cool. I mean, what could you do? So, in general, when you're in high school, what defines what a nice guy is, and even as you get a little bit older, the definition of what a nice guy is, it kind of somewhat has some overlap. I mean, there are some subtle changes in it, but like I said, I came into my own when I lived overseas with my dad and my brother, and I was around men as opposed to, and I love my mother to death, but at that time I was just being raised by my mom, my grandmother, and my auntie. So you got all women basically who are the influencers in my life at that particular age in my life to the time when I graduated high school, moved over to the Philippines where it was my father and my brother. And that's a completely different dynamic, right? I will tell you the moment where it was the biggest wake up call for me and I knew I was doing something wrong. So we had this dinner, and at the time there was a couple of girls a girl that I liked and her sister that had came over to the house where my family was because they knew my mom, they knew my stepmom and whatnot. And I'm trying to pull out the chair and for her and shit, trying to what I thought was generally what a gentleman would do. My dad took me into the next room. I believe it was like a split second after that happened. I think he called me to the room, like another room where they couldn't be within earshot. My father said, man, what the fuck are you doing? Not in so many words, of course. They're like, don't do that. That's all he said. He said, don't do that. Don't do that ever again. I walked back into the room, and from that point on, it all changed. It all changed, and you just start to learn the game from there. But like I said, I still think I'm generally a nice guy. But sometimes the exes, man, they don't necessarily have the greatest words to say about you because you are a ex, quote unquote. Yo, 21 in the building, man. Let's get them likes in. He said, women like to hear no because they like using their feminine energy to convince us into a yes. I believe that to be true. 100%. Yeah. They like to put on that very soft spoken voice. Oh, why? Why can I not get this? I know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I know. I know what you mean. Ain't no way in hell some girl gonna be like, why the fuck you ain't go get it for me? you know, she damn sure ain't gonna put on that masculine voice. I tell you that. But I know exactly what you're saying, man. My man, Mr. Turner, what's up? He said, nice guys tend to lose because women know that they will suck up or cater to them. Men who maintain frame, usually the bad boys, probably in the situation, hold broads accountable in every aspect of the relationship. If you don't hold your woman accountable in the relationship, sir, you stand to get walked over. What's the famous saying? If you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. That is the saying that I live by. And I tell everybody the exact same thing. If you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. And it's not something I made up, but it's something that is probably more relevant to this particular topic of conversation than anything we've ever talked about. There's no such thing as nice guys. Not being an a-hole goes back to home training. I can see how, well, maybe in the grand scheme of things, there's probably no big difference between nice guys and assholes to an extent. Like I said, it does go back to how you were raised. But from the perspective of women, if that's the way we're going to look at it, at least in this particular situation, there seems to be a dynamic that seems to make up what would be considered the nice guy, right? There seems to be a dynamic of sorts. Like you can pretty much pinpoint certain things about a guy that would make him a nice guy. Being a yes person, like my man Mr. Diaz said, things like that, making them the nice guy. Then of course you have the, qualities of the generic makeup of what would probably be your quote unquote bad boy too. So I think in that particular regard, if you were raised an asshole, you'll be an asshole regardless. But sometimes women are just naturally attracted to those dudes. It is what it is. Shout out to my brother Robert. What's up, man? He said you got to check them when they're wrong. Absolutely. Got to get it before, you got to get it before it gets out of hand because it can get out of hand very, very fast. My man says women want a guy that is a protector. True. So they shit test. Okay. The guy, and if she can walk over him, then she can't protect her from other men. That's true. I can see that true. I can see that being true as well. I can damn sure see that being true. Because women do want guys that are protectors, period. And if you're a bitch and you allow your girl to walk all over you, she's like, how the fuck can you defend me and or protect me against somebody else if you can't even protect me from you? That's pretty much what it is. If you can't protect me from you, how are you going to protect me from somebody else? Big facts, man. Yo, 18 in the building, man. Appreciate y'all locking in. If you haven't dropped your like yet, please make sure you do so. The likes, they help the algorithm, and it helps the channel in so many different ways. I know I hate going through the genetic spiel or the generic spiel, but it's part of the program, guys. My man says, so Doc, do you need a woman to bring out your masculinity? No. He said that thought process is crazy. Hmm. Yo, wait a minute. I said no. Stop the show. Back up. Let me think about that for a second. Do you need a woman to bring out your masculinity? I think the answer is yes. Bro, I'm gonna say yes. Yo, press one if you think the answer is yes. Press two if you think the answer is no. Do you think that men, in the general sense, need a woman to bring out their masculinity? I do find that when I'm around my girl or I'm around women, I do seem to have a different type of energy more so than I would have when I'm just hanging out with my boys. I can tell you right now, I have never been the alpha type. I've never been that alpha dude. I've never been the type of guy that when I walk into a room, I have to have the attention. I have to command the attention. I have to demand the attention. I've never been that guy. I was never really pressed by it. I don't care. Right? If I had to define myself, I would actually, if I remember exactly, y'all gotta correct me if I'm wrong on this one. Maybe you guys know, but I would consider myself Sigma, Sigma, a Sigma male or some shit like that. Not beta, but I think they call them Sigma. I think I don't. I got somebody give me the definition of what a Sigma male is, and I'll see if that works for me. Right? But if you think about it, though, do you need a woman to bring out your masculine energy or masculinity? You wouldn't say that you need a woman to do it. Sometimes you could be in the gym and you just want to go hard, man, and your testosterone and you're pumped and shit. I can see that being a reason why you wouldn't need a woman to bring it out. But sometimes it does seem to bring out the serious masculinity energy that is attracted to a female when females are around, if that makes sense. So I could see that being somewhat true. And then, like I said, I think right now we got a couple of people that said, hell nah, don't need no woman to bring up my masculine energy. Some people kind of said, I could see that being something. That's why I think we're about tied. Whether it's a couple for the answer two and then a couple for the answer one. Well, actually, I'm sorry. A lot more people said hell nah than they said hell yeah. But that's actually I don't know, man. I guess it depends on the situation and the scenario before we can actually say, yo, man, guys need women to bring out their masculinity. But, you could be playing a sport, you playing basketball, you could be a fighter or a boxer or whatever, and your masculine energy or whatever, you just want to pummel the fuck out of a guy. I don't think you need a woman around to do that. But sometimes, though, when the women are around, we tend to do a little bit more, right? We tend to be a little bit extra when the females show up, though. You can't cap. Don't be playing. Every time the girl shows up, like if you playing ball and shit and you just half-assing it, but the girl show up and shit, you feel like you gotta really put on a show. You kind of do, but I don't think that has anything to do with masculine energy. But it's a great thing to talk about. Yo, man, we're definitely having fun with this topic, y'all. I enjoyed this one and I'm loving hearing what you guys got to say. So y'all make sure y'all keep dropping those likes, man. Y'all keep dropping these comments. Let's make it happen. He said, man, I just got in. American women don't like nice guys. A lot of people will say that. American women don't necessarily care for the nicer gentlemen. But do those same rules apply abroad? That is the question. He said they wanted all a bad guy that knows how to be a gentleman and is well educated, or a good guy that will beat it up in the room, protect her, and makes her feel safe. They all want to feel safe. Ultimately, they do probably all want to feel safe. But how? Well, I guess you can be that well-educated bad dude, a well-educated dude with an edge. That could be. That's possible, plausible. Be a nice guy that could, kill the punani in the bedroom or whatever. That could also be something as well. Like I said, man, we here, man. It's just a I mean, it's definitely it's confusing to an extent, but to be honest, women are not necessarily that hard to understand, and I think y'all know that. I learned that the easy way. They're not really that hard or difficult to understand. Just pay attention. Like I said, pay attention to the actions, never the words, right? It's not about what they say, it's what they do. Cause, and this is the funny thing, and I know a lot of my guys have experienced this one right here. You've experienced this where a girl literally tells you no, she don't want to have sex with you, but her body is telling you something completely different. Right? When a girl will literally say, no, I'm not that type of girl. I don't do things like that on the first date. I ain't like that. But her body is literally telling you something else. Pay attention to the actions, gentlemen. The words don't mean shit for a lot of them. Right? My man says, I'm not a nice guy. Definitely an a-hole. There is no honor in that. I'm trying to change my ways. I want to be a nice guy. I used to pick on Doc and Mike, but I don't want to do that anymore. Bro, you can only try to be the nice guy for so long, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you putting forth the valiant effort, right? My man calls it the Russell Wilsons of the world. Yeah, the ones that married Sierra after she dated Bow Wow, after she was fucking with Future and all the other guys. Who knows how many other guys were before Russell? But Russell wants to wife up the single mother. Now, I love Russell Wilson. Shout out to NC State, one of the great colleges here in the great state of North Kakalaki. He quarterbacked at NC State, so I ain't got nothing bad to say about Russell. Do I question his decision making abilities for the women that he chose, for the woman that he did choose? Yes, but that's every man. Every man is probably questioning him on it. He made the decision. He comfortable with it. Ain't nothing we can do about it, right? Sierra, I don't believe is necessarily a bad person. She just wanted to date the bad dudes. And again, like I said, it goes back to the female nature, woman nature, and all that good shit. Right? 18 in the building, 15 likes. Let's make that happen. Women don't want a guy that other women don't want. That's true. He said that's why you can't let your attractiveness fall off. You got to always let her know that if she don't act right, excuse me, that if she don't act right, her ass can be replaced. Bro, you took the words right out of my mind. I wasn't gonna say that, but you took the words right out of my mind. Cause I know I've said that shit in the video once before. Like I said, I love my girl to death. Ah, she my boo thing. Y'all know that. The mean one is the good dog's female, right? Y'all know that. I don't hide it. I don't try to keep her in a corner. I don't act as if I'm just fucking around or I'm just playing around with her. I claim her. That's my young lady. Say it all the time. But she know damn well I'm not pressed about anything. I keep myself looking relatively young. Like I said, the good doc's still a little snazzy in this bitch, right? And she know I ain't afraid to lose her. Why? Because like I said, this is us. I love her. I'll do everything I can for her because that's who I am as a man. And I chose you out of all these other hoes. So we good, but she know damn well that at any given moment in time, if she want to go ahead and cut and chuck the deuces, or she want to act up, or get out of pocket for anything, she know I ain't afraid to just say, okay, girl, you can do whatever you want to do. You can go wherever the fuck you want. I love you, right? But if you don't want to act right or you don't want to be on the same page with me, you ain't following the plan, the grand scheme of things, baby girl, you go wherever the fuck you want to. Why? Because I'm not pressed. My life doesn't begin and end because me and the female don't work out in a relationship. I'm not pressed by shit like that. And I think a lot of gentlemen shouldn't be pressed either. So as long as a woman knows that at any given moment she could be replaced, it does keep them in line, in my opinion. It keeps them more in line than you'll probably ever know. So JX, you said no, you don't agree that you need a woman for masculine energy. Chosen one, you say no. Mr. Diaz, you said maybe. My brother Lee Thomas Wasabi says two. You said no. If you need a woman to bring out your masculinity, then you're a feminine. You're a feminine. Okay, so there were a lot more those than yes, but I hope the explanation of why I thought it would be something made a little sense. But I know where you guys are coming from because you seem like a pussy if you need a woman to bring out your masculinity. Like I said, this is one of those how do you call it? It's one of those polarizing questions because you're gonna have definitive yeses and definitive no's. And my man said one, he said, however, picture men only around men, like at a prison, for example. Yeah, you gotta be hard in the yard, bro. If you're not hard in that yard, you will be getting your ass kicked. Yes, 100%. He said, actually, my woman keeps me in check. I'm worse without my woman. This is nonsense. Your girl keeps you in check? Ain't that a bitch? Hey, it is what it is. My man says God created men first in his image. Women were created in a man's image. That's why they're called womans. He said you were a man first before any broad came along. True. You don't necessarily need a woman to bring out your masculine energy. You should. But I do believe that should be on high when women are around, though. Like your shit be on like extra, if that makes sense, when women actually come around. Being around women increases your testosterone. Being around a group of women increases our estrogen. Did I read that right? He said being around a woman increases testosterone. Being around a group of women increases our estrogen. Interesting, sir. Sigma males are like the lone wolves. They don't follow behind no one. They're own man. They do what they want when they want, now they and how they want, and they don't sweat women. Women sweat them. Lee Thomas, I think that I would classify myself as Sigma, even though I'm not sweated by a bunch of I think since I got into a relationship, man, that's when the hoes really come out. so I can't say that I'm not being sweated, but they don't really be bothering me like that. But so I don't really think I'm pressed. I don't get like all the girls in the world and shit, but I really don't care. So that's pretty much how I would define myself. I'm more sigma than I will ever be alpha. I'll tell you that. I do spend a lot of my time alone. If I'm not with her or I'm not talking to y'all, I'm by myself, bro. So I would probably consider myself to be sigma out of all of them. He said, when you end the service, dog, he said, wasn't no women in my company. He said, when you're in the service, there weren't too many. Yeah, because you're generally surrounded by a bunch of dudes. But when you went out though, man, when you was out there in the streets and shit, you and your boys, probably going to a club or a bar or whatever, and there were women around. I don't know what it is, man. It just seemed like competition all of a sudden is weird. Not saying it's always that way, but you know. He said you must always be yourself. Dudes that act different around women are considered lame as hell. Lame and yes men. I agree. Got to be yourself 100% of the time, man. If you want to act all different though, yeah, you are. You real different. My man said, is anyone watching the new TLC series Before the 90 Days? Geo from the show is the perfect example of an a-hole. He has that hot Panamanian woman wrapped around his finger. Geo in the beginning was looking real suspect, bro. Cause didn't old buddy pay for his girl's boob job and her ass job or some shit? But I think that Panamanian girl is just really, really, really dramatic and animated. I think she's trying to get her a show. She's 34 years of age, something like that in her 30s, and she's a vegan or some shit. So she's keeping herself together. I respect that. I know she got a kid already, but she did. Hey, did she finally tell Gio that she couldn't have kids because she got her tubes tied? And I know Gio wanted kids because I used to watch that when I used to go spend some time with my pops down in South Carolina, but I don't watch that shit unless I'm with my people. So you got to tell me. God tell me if she came out of the closet and told him that she can't have kids or some shit, because I know that pissed him off, because I know he wanted kids. Anyways, sidetrack, back to it. Maximus, what's up with you, brother? Anyways, like I said, bro, I don't know exactly what it is about us as men that put us in a situation wherein we have to, how can I say this? We don't necessarily change who we are around women, but sometimes I would hope that you would become the better version of yourself when you're around women. Sometimes we are not. Sometimes we are just the regular assholes that we are meant to be, or we're the generally overly nice yes men types of guys that is innately in our DNA. Now, going back to the beginning of this particular live show, I believe Chosen One said it is basically depending on home training, aka your environment and how you were raised. That definitely plays the biggest part in how you treat and or deal with women, right? Now, like I said, coming up in the world, during my developmental years, I will say, I spent a lot of my developmental years with my moms, right? So of course your mother's gonna tell you all the right things to do around girls. You know how she never we never had the conversation how to get girls or whatever, nothing like that. But usually, you know, it's more or less you look at the things that they like and you kind of figure that all women like that. So if you know your mom likes nice guys, you feel like you gotta be that nice dude. So pretty much during the developmental years of my life, between 10 upwards till about 17 or 18, it was more or less about, okay, this is how you treat women, right? Because you would, you know how they say, yo, treat somebody like treat somebody like you would want somebody to treat your mama or some shit like that, you know. Again, this is what it was when I was coming up, man. Times have changed a lot, but that was just how it was back then. But like I said, when I moved with my dad and my brother, and they called me out on a lot of the lame shit that I did, and they were like, "That's not how you need to play it. You should probably play it this way. It'll work a lot better in your face. There'll be a lot. It'll work a lot better in your favor if you do it this way. Blah blah blah. It changes your trajectory and it changes your mindset on how you deal with women as you get older, especially when I was in my 20s and shit, like the way I dealt with women, I just didn't give a fuck at that time because you just have to take everything with a grain of salt. Because like we talked about, guys, you can never really believe in what is being said. You have to believe in what they do, what they show you. how they show you who they are, right? So yeah, easiest way to put it. She want to leave Panama. That's why she acted like that. Yeah, she is animated as hell, but he ain't gonna take her nowhere. He gonna leave her ass right there. She can't want to leave Panama when I think Gio sold everything he did. He maybe didn't sell everything, but he just sold what he could to come over there and deal with her ass. I don't think she told him yet, but Gino sent nude pics of her to his ex-wife. That dude's a pure fucking savage. I love Gino. Gino on the show, he looked like he's scared of that girl, but I think low key he just playing his part, playing this role. Because you're right though, I've seen him do some asshole things, like straight up eat meat in front of that girl, knowing damn well she a vegan. He okay. He'll cook breakfast with bacon and sausage and shit, and she keep looking at the plate like, Gino, you know I'm a vegan. He don't give a fuck. He be eating his bacon and shit like he happy as hell. So I do believe that boy is something else. But I like watching this dynamic, man. He seems like he one of them soft dudes, but probably low key though. He don't be playing. Joseph, you're absolutely correct, man. My man said taking dating advice from a woman is like fish teaching you how to catch fish. That's funny, but so true. That ass, man. It didn't help. But again, like I said, those were the developmental years. Then you start dealing with your hunter gatherers, man. You know what that is. Getting back to the primitive nature of men being around guys, and what it's like to really do what you need to do to get the attention of a female, but yet and still keep the attention of a female. That's really only something you can learn from a dude, right? Being around people who really got your best interest at heart. So that was the first and last time I ever took advice from a female. It is what it is. He said, Dog, my Filipino watches you. Oh shit. She said, You got big eyes. Thank you. These eyes can see some things, man. These eyes have seen some things, man. I'm nervous. Well, I appreciate her liking my brown skin. If she does like my skin type, thank you very much. I appreciate it. That's not, you don't find a lot of people who be like talking about it like it's an open thing. Oh, but yeah, tell her thank you. Yo, I've been using some good skin soap, man. I think that shit got my skin looking. No, I'm playing. Let me stop. But hey, I appreciate both of y'all locking in, man. This is fun for me. I love y'all. Y'all know that. We just having fun, yo. He said, Doc. He said you got to make a full course and sell that shit. I could, man. I could, man. We're gonna call this the master's course. We're gonna skip the whole bachelor's course, man. We're gonna go straight to the master's. Oh, let me stop. I'm fucking with y'all, man. Nah, man, I've been using this. I don't even know what kind of soap it is, man. But have you guys ever seen? I don't. It's a YouTube commercial, and it comes on damn near every time I watch a video. It's the Dr. Squatch. Have you guys ever heard of the Dr. Squatch soap? Wherein they talk about all the synthetic ingredients that's in these different types of soaps and shit that you use, and they be freaking you out like, bro, you're literally washing your body with dish detergent soap or some shit. So I was watching it a while, and I went to the website, right, because I was about to buy some of that Dr. Squatch soap. Yeah, I was about to watch that shit. I was about to. But then I looked online, and you know what I thought though, Mike? This is crazy. The only reason I didn't purchase the soap, was because, and y'all gonna laugh at me, I didn't see any black people in the commercial, so I was thinking that soap wasn't made for black skin. Honestly, that was the only reason why I didn't purchase it. So what I did is I went online and I found like some like natural ingredient soap that apparently is made and tailored to African American skin. So I bought that shit. That was it. The only reason I didn't buy it was because I didn't see no black people in the commercial. I mean, only because I didn't think that soap was made for me. So I ended up buying some other. It's damn near called. It's an African name soap. So I've been using that recently, man. I think that shit works, bro. It's got all natural ingredients in it, none of that synthetic shit, and I think it works. I don't know how we got to soap and shit, but that's it. My man said I got the Star Wars line of soaps. He said it's cheaper on Amazon. Touche. I'm not gonna go to the site. She says she likes your smile. You said, why you trying to steal my girl? Chosen one, I'm not, man. I'm gonna tell you something. This is one thing that I tell people about me. If you see, you can only hate me for so long, right? Chosen one, I love you. You're my brother. You know better than that. But I tell people all the time. I said, bro, like when like you got people who hate you when you first come on YouTube, like nobody like your black ass, or you got big ass eyes, or you got no eyebrows, you're bald, you got a big ass head. You can only hate me for so long, right? If you really get to know me, like if you really watch my shit long enough, I'm like infectious as hell. I'll grow on you like a fungus, a good one, not a bad one. I'll grow on you like one of these bacteria. I just grow on people, man, because I genuinely don't have any hatred or malicious intent toward anybody. I just want to have fun. I just want to have conversations. This smile was not cheap, though. I'll tell you the truth. This is $1 million smile, and it damn sure costs close to $1 million to get it right. Braces, gentlemen. Saved my life, man. Doc got the $1 million smile now. And it doesn't hurt that I got dimples too. Girls love the dimples, man. So eventually, bro, the way that I've learned is that if you smile a lot and you're friendly as fuck, they come around, man. Fuck you, man. They can't hate on Baby Sinclair forever, right? They can't hate me forever. Only a matter of time. Bro, I'm infectious as hell, man. I laugh a lot. I have fun, man. I don't care a lot about negative energy. Y'all know me better than that. But hey, man, they can't hate the baby face forever, man. I don't know, man. It is what it is. He said, I think the same thing when I don't like black people in skincare commercials. Hey, man, the only reason I did blind is because I didn't see black people in the commercial. It wasn't a racist thing either, bro. It wasn't racist. I was like, bruh. I said, where the black folk at? And I was really thinking that the soap wasn't made for me. And because of that, I didn't buy it yet. I mean, I'm pretty sure the soap is dope, right? Mike, I'm pretty sure Dr. Squatch is awesome. But they ain't had no black people in the commercial. So I was like, is that for me? I didn't see it, so I didn't feel it. So I ended up going with some African soap, man. That shit's actually not bad. It's actually not bad. So I'm gonna probably continue using it for a little bit. Maybe that shit work. Joseph, don't give me any pickup lines, man. I don't need no help, man. Because I'm telling you, I'll slide into a. Never mind. Let me not. Mm, tell you, bro. Don't do that, man. It's nothing but love, bro. It's nothing but love. I don't play. Thing is, I learned something about myself, yo, and I think this is a great time to bring this up. Gentlemen, you have to know your strengths and you have to know your weaknesses. It don't matter if you're a nice guy or not. You have got to know your strengths and your weaknesses, right? You've got to know what women find to be attractive about you and fucking exploit it to the end of time. And that's what I do. I've learned that shit. Like, I know that I have a pretty decent smile. I know that these dimples, bruh, it's like a woman's kryptonite sometimes, man. If I smile and I'm friendly and I laugh a lot and I joke a lot, that shit is all, dude. That's why I don't fail often. Very rare do I fail. I don't get them all the time, bro. But most of the time, I don't fail. Very rare do I fail. Like I really have to drop the ball. But with my girl though, like I realize what she likes the most about me because every time we be on FaceTime, she'd be like, "Ooh, I want to squeeze your cheeks and shit." And I was like, "Yo, what cheeks you talking about?" Pause. Right? Not, I don't need to pause on that one. Never mind. But I'd be fucking with her like that, and she'd be like, "Ooh, I want to squeeze your cheeks," because I'd be smiling and laughing all the damn time and shit. So it kind of works, bro. That's like, again, figure out what your strengths are and exploit the hell out of them. Truth be told, realize your strengths and exploit them. Why? Because that's what I do. That's what I do. He said homemade soap brambleberry. A girl makes homemade soap? Bro, if it's good for my skin complexion, I'll do it. Dead ass. He said, doesn't Etsy have some natural soap makers selling their products? I don't know, man. I just found some shit on some site. I just wanted to try it, and it's working so far. But I might need to get my own shit. You know, bruh. I will smile a bitch out her panties, bruh. I would. I do. So like I said, girl, and I actually asked the girl, like I had a conversation, and damn, I wish I recorded this, guys. I wish I did, but y'all just gonna have to take my word for it, right? I asked a couple of females, what are the first things that you look at when you look at a guy? Like, what's the first thing you notice? The first thing they notice usually is your smile, like, of course, your teeth and shit, like your hygiene. So they look at your hands, and then of course they look at your shoes. I didn't know that shoes were a big deal because Doc don't really wear no fancy shoes, bro. I don't rock Jordans. I don't rock the Converses. I got a couple Stacey Adams in the closet because your boy likes to keep it spiffy a little bit. Got a little crocodile and some snake skin when I'm feeling that my pimp and pimpishness. But ultimately, man, I just wear regular sneakers, man. So if a girl judges me based on my shoes, I'd probably never get girls. But that was what they said. They look at your teeth, how you smile, your hands, if you dirty or not, and then like your shoes and shit. And I was like, and then of course how you smell. Everybody has a signature scent. I pray everybody who's watching me right now has a signature scent. If you do not have a signature scent, go out there and get you a signature scent right now. It took me a while to find mine, but I found mine. And damn, if it ain't expensive, bro, it's more expensive than I thought it would ever be. Thank God I got it as a Christmas gift. Not a Christmas gift, but my birthday gift last year. So I didn't have to pay out of pocket for it. But damn it, I just realized my signature scent is expensive as hell. But every guy should have a signature scent, man. Truth be told, all day, every day. Um, I'm not talking about bod, right? I'm not talking about something you buy over the counter for like $5 fucking. I'm talking about a good signature scent. Polo Black used to be my jam. Till this day, I will ride or die for Polo Black. The blue one and the red one are cool, but Polo Black is my shit. That's not my signature scent, but that's my second signature scent. I can't tell anybody my first signature scent because I don't want nobody to steal it, even though I mean it ain't shit, but it's my shit, right? But yeah, I do Polo Black, bro. I do Polo Black all day, every day. Like girls love Polo Black. Some panty droppers. Somebody said that they got double black. I just said, bro, just give me Polo Black, man. That's my shit. But if you don't have a signature scent, gentlemen, go out there and find one. Explore a little bit, right? And the way you know is if you put some shit on and then a girl goes out and like girls naturally compliment you on your scent, they fault, dude. I had a girl straight up just she just wanted to follow me around all day because she thought I smelled good. Like she just wanted to be around me because I smell good. And I told you, man, if I get you in the fold, man, it's hard to get out of it. I'm telling you. You fuck around with me too much, man, you're gonna find yourself in trouble. Cause I'm a devious son bitch, man. I'm nice as hell, but like if I know that I got you, boy, it's like it's like a fucking lion stalking its prey, yo. I said, just wait, bitch. You just don't know what's about to happen to you. That's the shit that's running through my mind. I'm not a bad guy, but damn it, when I know I got you, girl, it's a problem. It's a problem because at that point, resistance is futile, So you just got to use it to your advantage. Signature set, man, always works. He said, Doc, you got to tell peeps to represent to that upcoming show. Yo, I'll talk about it tomorrow, bro, because I need to make sure that I'm locked in and make sure that it's gonna happen. But guys, tomorrow on Saturday, I'll promote it on my channel when it happens. Maybe I'll even go live on my channel with the debate so that you guys can watch it there. I'm trying to figure if I can link it in. But ladies and gentlemen, the good doc has been roped into a debate of all debates, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be over there on the International Passport YouTube channel Saturday. I want to say about 7-ish in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time. Ladies and gentlemen, me and another fellow brethren who is all about his Filipinas are going to go up against two gentlemen in a very lively debate against Japanese women. So we're going to have a conversation about which is better, dating Filipino women, which is the team that I represent, versus Japanese women, which two other gentlemen will represent. And it's going to be a doozy. Telling you the truth, man. It's going to be a doozy. All right. He said, Doc, I have to leave. He said, my Filipino needs some act right. She's smiling too much. She's sitting here next to me. Send my regards, sir, but please It's not my fault. I promise. I promise. I did nothing wrong. Molecule 2.0. I've been wanting to try that, bro. I need to get that. He said I just checked out Etsy and they do have homemade natural soaps. I'm gonna check out Etsy, y'all. I haven't utilized the site. I wanted to buy the stock earlier this year, but I didn't get into any of Etsy as a stock because it actually just went public. I thought probably within the last year or two. I believe, maybe we'll see. He said Doc has the axe effect. After a while, bro, I'm infectious as hell, bro. You think I'm playing? Only a matter of time, man. They can't resist your boy forever. He said, Mike, he said, where's your lady friend? Which one? My young lady? She at home. She at her house. Where she at? But we'll be near each other soon enough, y'all. When am I going back to the Philippines, sir? Bruh, that is a question I ask myself often. Right? I'm conflicted, guys. I truly am. I don't know if I want to go to the Philippines again. When I'm gonna go back to the Philippines again? Right now, I'm working out the rest of my contract with my job. Um, but I'm thinking somewhere new, y'all. I want to do something new this year. Fuck. Philippines is dope, man. I love that country, man. You know, that's got a big piece of my heart. That's what I basically built my entire channel around, right? But damn, bro, I want something new this year, man. I damn sure want something new this year. So, like I said, man, we'll just have to wait and see how it plays out, y'all. I will keep you in the loop, all right? Doc will never leave you out the loop. Everything that's going on, as long as it's important, I'll let y'all know. So, whenever that trip to the Philippines comes, when it comes, we'll get it right. Promise you, I got you. If you don't know, buy a men's sample cologne said cheapest way to find out what you like and what works. Yes, every man should have a signature scent. If you don't have a signature scent, figure it out because my shit works. I try not to spray on too much. And the beautiful thing is, it only takes two sprays right here. The palms hit that neck, then I rub a little bit on the shirt. That shit lasts like the whole day. Every time. Oh, man, that shit crazy, bro. But I love it though. Get your signature scent on, man. My man says Euphoria by Calvin Klein. It's the perfect fragrance for all ages. I used to like CKB and CK1. That used to be my jam when I was in high school, though. CKB and CK1, Calvin Klein B and Calvin Klein 1, ONE. I used to love CKB and CK1, right? That CKB used to come in that sleek ass black bottle. Y'all know CKB. Bruh. Bruh. Ah, man. CKB, bro. I love CKB and CK1. That's all I'm going to say. He said, your brother on the Japanese side. Nah, my brother's on the South Korean side. Nah, my brother's dating a beautiful, beautiful Korean young lady, man. He lived in Japan before he got out the military, but yeah, man, he's all about Korean girls now, man. That's what's up. His girl beautiful as hell, man. I can't even cap. I love mine though. Don't ever get it twisted. But yeah, he all about the Korean girls now, so that's what's up. But yeah, man, that's life, kid. That's life. Don't underestimate the good doc, man. I'm a humble person, man. I don't brag a lot. Just like to have some fun, man. And I think that's why I grow on people just a little bit more than others. I try not to be smug and overconfident and exude this because that's some wannabe alpha shit. And y'all know that's not my energy, yo. Sigma all day long, man. I just realized that Sigma to the day that I die. That's your boy. Creed Aventus, boy. Now you're getting expensive, Mike. I think Creed got a nice little price tag on that bottle. I'm not gonna do it with you tonight, man. He said, if you ain't going back to the Philippines after the contract is up, then that means there are problems in paradise. 2 years LDR, not excited to go back. Something smells fishy in Denmark. Maximus, relax, my brother. Relax. All right. I don't want you to think that there's anything fishy in paradise, y'all. Nothing's fishy in paradise. We're Gucci over here. I promise you. I will put my hand on a stack of Bibles if you believe in religion in that regard. But trust me when I tell you, everything is Gucci. Everything is Gucci the cooch, bro. Relax. I got you. My man says 1 million par. Bro, I heard that was expensive as hell too. I heard about that 1 million shit cologne. I looked at it. I like the bottle, but yeah. Signature scent is Polo Red. Good dog likes Polo Black, man. Love black, man. Black is sexy as hell. It smells sexy. It exudes. Boy, I'm telling you, get you a signature scent. Get you a panty dropper scent. A panty dropper scent. That one that when girls smell that shit on you, man, they just can't help but to melt, bro. Trust me, you'll know it when you get it. Because girls will want to be underneath you all the time just to smell you. I say no more. My man said I'm on the South Korean side. They think it's hell. I believe it, man. My brother talk about that shit every day. We every time I talk to him on the phone, all that man talk about, man, he saw a thick one today. He saw a thick one yesterday. He saw like, bro, is that every day? Yeah, I guess that is everyday life over there. So I can't, yo. All I can do is just be happy for my brother, man. He happy as hell. Like I said, I got to ride or die for the Filipino side, y'all. Y'all know I got to. I ain't got no choice. I've committed myself to this. So, you know, it is what it is, man. I'm not really into the O'Day toilets, the O'Day toilets and shit. You know, there's definitely some. I know there's some great scents out there, man. I know this for sure. I'm just trying not to get too caught up in. I try to keep it to just one, but you can have more than one signature scent. After a while, what I do, what I prefer guys to do is, not wear your scent every day. Switch it up or change it every now and again. That way, when you wear it again, it fits a little better. So that's it. He says, I love South Korean women. He said they got spunk. He said, you can eat the street food, don't eat the street food in the Philippines. Yo, my brother talks about how clean it is in South Korea too, man. He like, yo, you don't see no bums over there, bro. Like never, like nowhere. He said it's like Bonifacio Global City all day, every day in South Korea. I believe it. So, like I said, man, it's gonna be a good debate, y'all. I'll try to leave a link or I'll try to go live with it so that it can be shown on the channel. I gotta figure out how to fucking work that. If I can't, man, I'll just leave the link, man. Y'all go over there to the stream. You know, we need all the support we can get, gentlemen. I know we all have different preferences and tastes, but in this particular live stream, gentlemen, it's Team Philippines versus Team Japan. Team Philippines versus Team Japan. So let's have some fun, man. It's gonna be healthy. It's gonna be fun, man. That's for sure. My man, Mr. Dynasty, what's up with you, bro? Lee says another signature scent is Obsession by Calvin Klein. A lot of women have said that smells good. I've heard of it. I've never tried it yet myself. He said I got the clone mic and my friend who has the Adventist like the ARFA. ARF also Armaf Club de Nuit. I don't know, bro. I can't. I got fuck. I can't. You can't ask me to say some of that fancy shit. I'd be fucking it up, man. Mm. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I think that it's time that we close this some bitch out. Unless you guys get anything else you want to add, let's rock. He said, I'll be staying in the Philippines for 3 months. Do you recommend renting an Airbnb or a condo? 3 months, you know for sure. Mm, you definitely know you're staying for 3 months. Airbnb or condo. I think you'll come out. Shit. You should come out cheaper with the condo though than the Airbnb because Airbnb prices are priced in for daily rates. Um, Finding a place to stay for just 3 months might be a little difficult because usually they ask for like 6 month contracts or more, 6 months to a year contract. Some of them actually ask for longer leasing, to try to keep you locked in. So you might come off better with an Airbnb. Just let the Airbnb host you plan to stay for 3 months, and you can probably negotiate a price with them. I would probably just do the Airbnb if they can block out an entire month. The problem is, though, if you're just looking online regularly, you're going to run into the problem wherein you can't really block out a whole 3 months at one time because you got somebody who's staying for a weekend during this particular time or a weekend during this particular time. So it could be difficult to be able to find on an Airbnb to block out for 3 months. So, you know, something to look into, but I would probably think you would be able to do better with the Airbnb only because with condo rentals and rentals, like that, usually there's an expectation or a commitment of like 6 months to a year or so, right? It's very rare that they'll be okay with renting to you for 1 month, or renting to you for 2 months or 3 months, because they usually ask for a down payment on or a deposit plus 1 month up front, and shit like that. That's just what it is for these when you're renting in like condominiums and areas and shit like that. The street food in Korea is on point. I'll take your word for it. He said Filipinos like the smell of cologne. They do. I wouldn't go crazy with it, but yeah, man, I think all girls really have a thing for some type of cologne, man, and that's just what it is. He said you also have Polo Black. That's all I talk about, bro. Polo Black is my life outside of the other one that I use. Boss bottled in the 90s. Yeah, Boss was definitely a solid cologne too. Street food in the Philippines is chicken intestines and pig brains. He said not the same as Korea. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is two different things. Airbnb gives you a discount for longer stays. True. I just found it hard to block out for 3 months at a time, though, unless you really know when you're going to be there and you can block it out in advance so nobody's there to really take over that time while you're there. Airbnbs in the Philippines is bad. He said they will disable their safes for a newbie. It's a problem. Filipinos are crafty. I would hope you wouldn't leave anything in the safe, but yeah. It's better to move from Airbnb to another so girls don't know where you are located fully. That's true when you're locked into, but actually, if you have a condo, man, usually the doorman should stop them and like, yo, where you going? They shouldn't let you up, but it is what it is, man. He said, I'm just trying to use up the collection without buying any more cents. That shit gets expensive after a while. I know that for sure. That shit gets hella expensive. Mm. They can be ruthless at times, sir. They can definitely be ruthless. All right. If you guys haven't dropped your like, man, Doc would highly appreciate that one. Y'all know the rules, man. Let me go ahead and give my final thoughts on the particular topic, and I'm gonna let y'all go on about your business. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, do nice guys finish last, even in places like the Philippines? I just feel as though when we talk about nice guys, there is a certain understanding of what a nice guy is. Usually it comes in the form of a person that's a yes man, somebody who says yes more often than they say no, usually good with flowery, beautiful words. And sometimes women just find that they're not attracted to the guys that are always super complimentary and whose energy is far less masculine than their own. Like I said, in that particular video that I shared with you guys earlier, um, she felt as though she needed a man whose masculine energy was, how can I say this, stronger than hers in order to bring out her feminine energy. Sounds convoluted at best. It sounds like a complicated math problem, but it truly is not. Basically, just be a man when you're around me. Don't be no bitch. Don't be no pussy. Don't say yes all the time. Give me some no's. Make me work for it. Make me put out this feminine energy. Is basically what she was saying. Give me a reason to put this feminine energy to the forefront and have me shed this masculine frame that I have. That's what I got from that particular video. Okay. So yes, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe that if you are genuinely a great person and you're nice all the damn time, it could lead to problems. People trying to walk over you, people trying to use you and abuse you. And please believe, please believe, if you try that shit in the Philippines, you gonna tell me that a Filipino ain't gonna abuse that shit if they know that you're nice and you're gonna say yes to everything. You don't think that they're gonna try you? Damn right. But ultimately, as the man, ultimately as a man, you just got to know how to put that shit in check, and you got to know how to put that shit in place by just saying no. Right? That's where it starts. I would say also, Mr. Diaz, appreciate you, bro. Um, but I would also say, aside from putting them in their place and just saying no and not giving them everything that they want, you have to show them that you are not going to sit there and take no bullshit from them either. All right? Same shit, though. Just make sure you're not going to take no bullshit. And I think that's damn near everything that I needed to get off my chest. Is there anything else that we missed, y'all? Anything else you want me to add to the conclusion? Please drop it in the chat box. All right. Anyways, going ahead and shouting out my people. Y'all know how I do when I end every show. It's like a broken record, but damn it, y'all deserve it. Shout out to all of my silent partners in the background. Y'all know who you are. The individuals who just show up and listen to the good doc talk his shit, whatever it may be for that particular moment in time. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for showing out. Thank you guys for being a part of the experience. Again, my channel doesn't exist without the people who choose to show up and watch the content, right? So I love you more than anything you'll ever know, ladies and gentlemen, because a channel like mine, like I said, it doesn't exist without you, and you guys keep me going, right? Shout out to all of my brothers who show up in the chat, come through, politic with the good doc, man, have conversations with me, keep me on my toes, you know, ask the hard pressed questions or ask me questions and, actually add to the topic at hand, whatever it may be. Thank you guys for showing up and definitely showing out with me today. All right. This was definitely a great topic, y'all. I got to admit, this is one of my favorite ones to do because, again, how we define what nice guys are, it's going to be different for different people, different strokes for different folk. Y'all know what it is. Um, but thank you overall. Madame, salama, el soporta. Thank you guys for the support. My brother, Mr. Diaz, appreciate you locking in, big dog. Appreciate you showing some love. Appreciate you, supporting the channel. Um, but yeah, man, I think we're good to go. My man Smooth, it's good to see you in the building, man. Nice guys, they may finish last, depends on how you slice it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I may come on tomorrow. I know my boy Mike's going live on Saturday, so I don't do Saturday shows because I know Mike does Saturday shows. So make sure you check out Mike Saturday at 9 p.m. I'm gonna link in the actual debate if I can, or I'll put it in my community tab when I know when it's gonna be. That way you guys are in the know. All right. But yeah, I think we've touched on everything in the most inappropriate way humanly possible. I think I've told you everything I needed you guys to hear. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing out. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's time for the good doc to go and get to getting. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the good doc is officially out. At least nako paalam, which means I am going now. Bye bye. As always, love you guys. Sincerely do. Makita. Mabuhay. Peace.